Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today's video is going to be about a 100-mile ride that I did with this GSX, and it's not so much about the 100-mile ride that piques my interest. It's the 100-mile ride on one tank of fuel. Now, Sea-Doo lists the fuel range of this GSX, and I did it on this GSX, 1996 GSX. It lists the fuel range at wide open throttle at 73 miles. So that means some way, shape, or form, I gotta be able to come up with another 27 miles on one tank of fuel. It holds 15 gallons of gas. So, I'm gonna have to come up with about 2 miles to the gallon. Well, I'm only getting, if you do the math here, if it's, let's say 75 miles, that's 5 miles per gallon? 15, 30, 60, yeah, 5 miles per gallon is about all it's getting. So I need to figure out how to get 2 more miles per gallon out of it if I'm doing my math correctly. Watch the video. It's one of my longest videos I've ever had. I made a few mistakes and I had a couple cool moments too as well. Enjoy the video. It's a little bit longer video than I'm normally used to doing. This one runs about a half hour long, something like that, maybe a little bit more. But anyway, I'll be vlogging in the video while I'm riding, and so it kind of gets hard to hear me every so often because of the wind, but I think it's audible, for you'll be able to understand what I'm saying. And anyway, sit tight, enjoy the video, and let's see if I can get 100 miles on one tank of fuel. Ready to rock and roll. Got 2 gallons of extra gas with me, and I'm going to track on GPS on my phone how far we traveled, and we'll see if we can get 100 miles in today on one tank of gas. Here we go. All right, in the background over there, that is Fort Loudon State Park, and according to their Fisher Maps on their fishermaps.org website, this is the deepest part of the entire Tellico Reservoir. It's about 96 foot deep right here. can't see it very well, but right behind me is the Fort Loudon Lock, and that will take you into Watts Bar Lake. I guess technically this is probably now Fort Loudon Lake. The channel that we just went through underneath that bridge, I believe that on the other side of that channel they don't consider that Tellico, and what we are on right now is now considered Fort Loudon Lake. Don't quote me on that. that tugboat. I noticed my battery on the GoPro was getting low, so I stopped, changed batteries, and couldn't find my batteries in my storage. Oh no, what do I do with them? Well, this shirt's got a pocket in it. It was still in the pocket, like a sweatshirt pocket. They were still in there, fortunately. Ooh. Can't believe I left them in my pocket. Anyway, yeah, Interstate I-40. Interstate 140. Over here, get a video of this. Man, there's a lot of debris floating in the water here. So this has been my goal. So I think it's about 50 miles from the boat ramp to here. But I'm on 4 bars of fuel, and I've been on 4 bars for a while. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to put gas in before I get back. So anyway, I made my goal, made it to the Pellissippi Parkway. I'm at the silos. That means I am past the lock and dam to go to Watts Bar Lake. So I'm probably, this is probably mile marker 4, and boat ramp's at 22. So 18 more miles to go yet, I suppose, something like that. I'm still on 2 bars on the fuel gauge. Waiting for it to drop down to 1. I'm sure it's going to happen pretty soon. As far as the rain's concerned, it's really cleared up a lot. The rainstorms here in Tennessee have a tendency to be very concentrated and very spotty. They don't come in like a front like they did when we lived in the Midwest up in Iowa. They come in a front, and where everybody's going to get something. Here it's more spotty, and they can be a little bit severe too as well, but not like they are up north. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm going to change batteries in the GoPro because I'm down to 10%, and I'd like to continue time-lapsing on the way back. Close enough. Fuel light's been flashing for a while. I only got 1 bar left. I'm gonna see if I got something I can pull up on over here. This is all rock, but try to help keep the Sea-Doo a little bit more stable as I'm filling it up. Might stand a chance here. I guess it's going to be really slimy though. Alright, so I'm just on some shale rock here. I don't know if it's shale, I call it shale, but it's very slippery. So I'm going to attempt to get the gas can off of there and throw some fuel in here and finish up the trip. Before I get carried away though, I want to pull the seat off, and I am going to see how much fuel is in the bottom of the tank just by eyesight. Oh, heck, there's like 2 inches down there yet. Man, that's a lot of gas. I thought there'd be a lot less gas, but there's that much gas in the bottom of that tank yet. I can make it back. I'm gonna put it in anyway because I want to go a little faster. Oops, get back here. The wind is howling here, so just taking the Sea-Doo where it belongs to. I've been taking the shortest possible route as well, so I'm on not in the main channel. I'm on backwaters now, but back over yonder, I probably can't see that boat that's going by in there now, but he's actually not on the main channel. That's he's going around the shortcut of an island. Yeah, I'm gonna wish I didn't put gas in it just to see if I could make it the full 100 miles, but kind of screwed myself early on the trip where I got a little bit aggressive and I was going a little bit faster than I probably should have. I did this trip the first time. I had enough gas where I could hit wide open throttle a couple times on the way back too, and I still had plenty of gas left over, so I must have really started off pretty hard. Alright, we're off again. Yeah, it says I got 2 bars of gas now instead of 1. Finish up the trip. longer than I wanted it to, and I used more fuel than I wanted to, so not what I had planned for the day, but still good to get out and ride. See some rain. Maybe you can't see it. There's rain over the mountains over there, so it's a good time to get back, get loaded up, call it a day. Well, as you can tell, I didn't make the 100 miles, 92 miles. I'm pretty sure I can do 100 miles on one tank. I discussed it a little bit in the video. I started off a little too fast. I was in the 5,000, maybe even up to 5,500 RPM range for a little while. And I think that really killed a lot of my mileage off the start. So if I were to back that down to 4,000, 4,500, and getting that 25 to 30 mile an hour range, the ride would take a little bit longer. But I think I can get the 100 miles out of it. What my mental train of thought is, what's the point of diminishing returns? What's the point of no return? How slow do you want to go and still try to get the 100 miles on a tank? I mean, you go 15 mile an hour, and and if you're doing 100 miles, oh my gosh, that's a long day. But why? Why would you want to do something like that? So anyway, that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out, is if I'm going to go on a long haul, what speed do I still cover a lot of good ground, but yet still get a lot of miles out of one tank of fuel? And as you can tell in the video, I carried extra fuel with me, 2 gallons extra fuel. I shouldn't have a problem carrying 5 gallons extra fuel with the latching system that I got. It's sturdy enough that I can hold a 5-gallon jug on the back of the Sea-Doo. It does have a problem porpoising, especially when the tank gets light up in the front. The fuel tank runs low, and then you got all that gas hanging off the back. It'll start porpoising quite a bit. Even with the trim all the way down, I think it'll probably porpoise a little bit too as well. So those are the things that I weigh out while I'm thinking, while I'm riding. And but anyway, this is just one of those events that I wanted to try to do to see what my conclusion would be. My conclusion is I'm pretty sure I can make it, but I started off too fast for the first hour. If I backed it down a little bit, 500 or 1,000 RPM, I don't think I'd have any problems making it. I still had solid 2 inches of fuel in the bottom of the gas tank, which tells me my gas gauge is off, which that's pretty common. That's probably 2 to 3 gallons. I'm gonna estimate probably 3 gallons of fuel for the size of the fuel tank that we got here. So if I'm getting another 6 or 7 miles to the gallon, 18, 20 miles more out of one tank of gas, well, that puts me way over 100. That puts me in the 110, 115 mile range. That's doable on one tank of gas without adding the 2 gallons extra that I had in there during this video. So as I'm filling the gas up in that video, I'm kind of wishing I wish I wouldn't be doing this. Why am I doing this? But I did it anyway, and I'm glad I did because it was safe. But at the same time, like, Darn it, I wish I wouldn't have done that. But thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'll try to get some more videos coming a little more frequent. In case you are wondering where I've been, I got a couple dogs, and those dogs take up all my time. They love their dad. So I do the dad thing when I get home from work, and I'm playing with the dogs and making sure they have the best possible life that they can have. And that puts all the rest of my stuff on the back burner. So that's why I haven't been videoing lately, or uploading videos, I should say, lately. But anyway, again, thanks for watching. I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll catch up to you next time. Thank you.